Hey guys, so Brian here. I wanted to make a video real quick and kind of an update on some stuff. I got some, some important things to kind of share here. So I wanted to kind of, this is actually my, I wanted to kind of show some storage that I have now. I don't have nearly as much as a lot of people do, and as far as the prepping community. But I do what I can. I've been stocking up a little bit more as I can financially. In fact, today I got 2 more of these 5-gallon filtered water containers. Like I said, at the local grocery store that I have is like $10 a piece plus $1.50 for the water in each one of those. So pretty good deal. I mean, for you pay about $11.50 a piece, and you got 5 gallons. They're sealed really well. It's pretty thick, BPA free plastic or whatever. So food grade basically. Plastics, and so I've kind of got, so I may even get a few more here and there, just kind of as I can. I may swing by and grab some more, but I grabbed a couple on the way home tonight. These big bags of rice are always good. I've got some other jasmine rice, big bag of that. I've got stuff like that in storage. Here's a grill over there, and stuff. I've got some bags of charcoal. Grabbed a few, just some cans, as I see it, some cans of veggies and things like that. I've got some chilies and beans and stuff like that in here. You can get like big cans of chicken breast, and there's some tuna back in there if you can see that. But there's like some beef jerky, Slim Jims, just all kinds of stuff. Just whatever I can think of. These smaller water bottles, these one here are actually, most of those are tap water that I've had stocked up for a while. I got quite a few of those actually, just tap water as well. But one thing I didn't check my stash for a while, and I had a bunch of this on this whole rack, and you can see it kind of collapsed. Part of this actually snapped and broke over there, and my mistake was not checking my stuff enough. So and that's something that happened, was that did collapse that plastic shelf because of just how heavy those water bottles, and then it actually busted probably about a third of my water supply at the time. It probably busted up. But so that's another reason why I was kind of going to these harder plastic, and this is filtered water. So I got more options in terms of at least I know it's drinkable right away and stuff. So this video is going to be a little different than my normal one, because I'm not like stationary. So forgive me if this because this camera is shaking a lot or anything. Forgive me for that. But so I've got some stuff in here, all kinds of goodies and storage in there. This here's a bunch of dried beans. I got not too long ago, just a bunch of whatever, pretty cheaply too. I mean, and just a bunch of dried beans. I just grabbed this the other day. It's a wheat flour. It's a whole bag of wheat flour, and then I went ahead and just taped on some fast rising yeast, instant yeast. So there's like 3 packets of that along with it, just kind of keep that together. So real quick, grab and go type of stuff. And then I had up in here, I actually, if you can see that, those are pistachios, right? And you put I put dates on there. There's like mixed nuts, there's pistachios. This is like Hunter Mix and pistachios, things like that I vacuum sealed and put some dates on it, and I just leave it in storage here. And you can see back in there, I got these a while back. I think they were like $5 at like a Dollar General, I think, a while back. These are like an instant grill. Just a real quick thing, I think all you need is like some, you do need some lighter fluid, I think, on these. But it's a real quick pop-up, camping type of grill thing. I've got several grill options now. It was something on my list because I didn't want to, I didn't want to be desperate to be able to. I got the big grill. I've got a smaller, like a medium-sized grill, and I've got those things like that. I've got, even in my apartment, there's a wood-burning fireplace, and I've got cast iron. I got several cast iron pan options as well. So I've got I feel pretty good about. I got a wide variety of stuff. Plus, I mentioned the charcoal down here, and this is actually it already has a lighter fluid in it type of thing, whatever that's called. So I don't have to. Even though I have lighter fluid, but I don't have to stress out about it too much, and it'll actually save that lighter fluid. So then there's a tent back in there, and I've got like I think it's at least a 5 or 6 person tent, kind of for the whole family if I had to. Backpack. I've got, I think I mentioned in the last video, the microgreens. I've got a bunch of seeds in here, tools, and there's all kinds of candles and all kinds of stuff, in here. It's extra knives and things like that, box knives and stuff like that. So just kind of an example of some stuff. And there's a bunch of stuff in this other bag too. I don't even know. I'd have to look and see what's all in there. I don't even remember now. But yeah, so, and then one thing to do is to, definitely as you can. There's another prepper video I was watched recently, and she was even saying to just grab, as you can, just grab like, even if it's just 5 cans of something, that you, especially stuff that you're going to eat, grab those. It might be worth a little bit more. You definitely make sure you have a can opener, like a manual can opener, in case there's no power. But also look for the ones that have these little tabs on them, because those can be very handy if if your can opener is busted or something. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to use a hammer and screwdrivers to get your cans open, which can be a real pain. But make sure you got at least 1 or 2 manual can openers as well to avoid that problem. And then also the pop tops are a really nice option too to think about. Okay, and stuff. So that's kind of what's back in here. I was going to show a couple other things, and then we turn the slide off in here, and we'll go back inside for a second. Okay, so let's see.
Wow. He survived.
All right, so I'm going to show this too. I wanted to show this too. Okay, so I mentioned the water stuff. I wanted to show these Brita filter things. I really love these. It's been a great addition to our for our family. So you just put the water in here, tap water, and it's already a filter back in here, and it holds quite a bit in there. And then this here's filtered water, and so this is a great option to have to filter your tap water, as long as you're changing out the filters about 3 to 6 months, depending on which one you have. They have a long lasting one that's 6 months. But as long as you're changing them out, this is a really good option. When hard times come, and one problem is if people are drinking water that is tainted, if you will, then people can get things like diphtheria, things like that. That can be really bad. It's a horrible way to die. From diarrheas and stuff. You literally, can die from that kind of thing. So, and I actually invested in these. I've got one, so we got one here in the kitchen. I've got one for each bathroom, so I got 3 of these plus extra filters, and I'll be getting some more filters to stock up as I can. But this is a great option, So I got filtered water. I've got extra backup tap water for just like basic, like washing hands or real quick rinsing or doing clothes, those kind of things, and the tap water ones. But this is a great option to have if I have to filter, like rainwater or just any pond water type of things. Then at least I have something to kind of go to where I can use multiple things if I need to filter the water out. So I did want to bring that up as a really good option. Okay, so let me go back over here, and then I was going to bring up the see, my kids got a little tent. But now really the one of the main beauties here I wanted to mention was I did get a new gold coin today. And this is my first, my first pre-1933 gold coin. You can kind of zoom in there. There you go. And so it's a 1901 S half eagle. Can I let that zoom in there? So I got that today. So again, my first one that's pre-33 gold, which is something I'm going to kind of focus more on, even though the premiums are higher. I agree that the premiums are higher, but I'm worried about confiscations. Is one of the reasons I'm worried about. Once things really hit the fan, then I want to make sure that I've got some other options. And then I'm contemplating trading in my other, the 1/10 American Eagle that I got, and then I'm still debating the half-ounce Crew Grand, because honestly, that's something else I got to figure out. I'd be curious to know any other thoughts out there on foreign currency, because some say that it's going to be harder to try to demand to confiscate basically foreign currencies, and I'm not so sure about that. Especially if it's still considered, bullion, then I think that's going to be tricky. So, so I don't know. I'm debating over trading it in and getting some other stuff that's at least older stuff, put it that way. That especially if it's pre-33, The dealer, he had one more of these coins that was a different year. I think it was actually 1896, but it was in worse damage. It was more damage than this one. So this was definitely a lot cleaner. And this was $575, by the way. So the but yeah, no, it was really really good. And then something interesting happened when I went to lunch today and went to go to the coin shop. The something, I don't know, something was going up with the ATMs today. Even at my bank, I go through the bank ATM at the drive-through, and there was no option to take out cash. And then so I said, that's weird. Okay, let me go eat real quick, and then I'll go to 7-Eleven right across the street from the coin shop. So then I drive over there, and the lady at 7-Eleven's like, I was asking where the ATM's at. She said, well, I don't think it was working earlier, but it may still be down. Sure enough, I go over there and try it. The ATM declined and denied. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then she said, you might try OnQ Express. Okay. So then I start heading to OnQ Express in the local area there. And on the way, I see another of one of my banks that was there. So I whip in there and go through the actual regular drive-through teller thing and stuff. So, and then I was able to get some cash out, put it that way. But finally, but a lot of the ATMs were down today for some reason. So, which is kind of scary, and it might be a sign of the times. Honestly, I know they'll probably blame it on just a local outage or technology or something happened, or who knows. But it was kind of interesting that happened today, and then that made me even more nervous to get some cash out. When that happened, you realize like, wait a minute, whoa, what's going on here? I can't get money out of my account, and so that made me really nervous. And so I ended up upping what I was originally going to take out because of that. So, but it worked out. I got over to the coin shop finally and ended up buying this little beauty and stuff for my collection. So, but I was pretty happy about it. And then they had some little dos pesos, they're a little bit tiny ones, the really tiny gold ones. He said I think they were about $96 a piece on those, but like I said, they're very, very tiny. I think they were 1945s, I think what he said. I think all of them are 1945, but that could be an interesting option. I don't know the odds of confiscating something like that. It's older Mexican silver type of thing. So I think that would be less likely to get confiscated as well. And I do like the fact that it's kind of fractional in terms, because as the dollar collapses and the gold price skyrockets, one of those little bitty things might be, maybe it's $100 now, but maybe down the road as things skyrocket, that could become $300 to $500 or more for a little bitty thing of gold like that. So that could be something that it may be easier to exchange for, if I needed something like that to exchange for, like, food, groceries, or local farmers, you get some meat and some eggs and stuff like that, maybe in a crisis situation. So or even smaller payments, things like that. That could be an option. So something to think about. I need to do some more research on those because I really haven't looked into those that much. But let me know your thoughts on the gold, and keep on stacking and prepping. I do have another. I mention all the time about also collecting knowledge in terms of books and stuff on things, survival and prepping and all that. And I do have another book coming in. Hopefully it'll be here this week, or sometime this week it'll be here, on, like, it kind of had some really cool, like, prepping ideas and things like that, just like invention type of stuff you can do in a crisis or something you need, things like water filtration systems, things like that. So I'll be excited when that comes in. I'll definitely do a video on it as well. Okay, so keep on prepping and keep on stacking. Talk to you later.